and you're watching the SEC on ESPN. The home of the Texas Longhorns brings us to the Moody Center, and tonight's opponent, the number 2 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide. It's the back 9 of this SEC season for both. You see Texas sits there at 4-7 and still hanging on to hopes that they get a NCAA bid.
Analytics say that Texas has an 87% chance of being in that NCAA tournament. With a loss, it drops down to 65%. But man, what an awesome opportunity for the Longhorns. Alabama tonight, Kentucky on Saturday. Win one or both, you are in really, really good shape.
Texas home white script, Longhorns across the front of their uniforms as we are set. Really helped out Nelson with his size inside. Nelson did everything for him last year. Stevenson goes into the paint. That's where they score the majority of their points. Jordan Pope had been the starter. They go with Larry, better defender, better distributor. Tough shot on the baseline, and he finds the bottom. That kid is an absolute bucket getter.
25 minutes a game.
Corner three finds the bottom. You can't let Trey Johnson have a shot like that. Philon, who wears 0 and played a year at Link with Trey Johnson, so there's a familiarity there. And that guy, Mohamed Diabate, he kicks. Stevenson's 3, finds the bottom. A good start. Missed that layup. 2 seconds to go. Stevenson, no good. Offensive rebound. What a rip by Youngblood.
Yeah, Youngblood, the maturity, the voice, and now that they're in the same league, this Alabama-Texas rivalry will grow and grow stronger in every sport.
Yeah, Philon step back right over Kaluma for a 3.
Well, and it's multiple guys that can jump up and stick them on. That dude can get in the paint about any time he wants. His shot is still a work in progress, but he plays hard.
Right back at you, Trey Johnson. Call me. His number's been dialed. And they put Larry to start. They'd like to see Pope maybe have a little fire lit underneath him. Johnson. Oh, man, he knocks down another one. And he is absolutely on fire. The former, speaking of Auburn, guard there. Nelson thought he saw a lane. It was cut off by Kent. Holloway steps into a high arcing 3, and he is pure.
The things they do, the tricks of the trade, the details that teams go into now for their players.
Mark Sears, he knocks down a 3, and all of a sudden, 19-13.
Kaluma had 34. Trey Johnson's had a 30-point game. Individual pieces that can really score for Texas.
Really pretty play by Holloway after Texas had ended a drought of almost 4 minutes without scoring.
Again, length on Trey Johnson. This time it's Nelson.
Too strong, and that one is tipped up and in. It may have actually been the Alabama player who tipped it up and in.
And length just beats you.
Another turnover for Alabama. Pretty pass down low, ripped from behind. That's defense. Morey got it done. All the way to the basket, up and in. Larry, they need one. He got it.
You got to make them, and you're only making 6 a game if you're Texas at 30%. You can talk about the 3-point shooting and all that.
Yeah.
Well, he's big on all those plays that don't make a stat sheet.
Sears, they've got now 14 points in the paint, Jimmy, at the rim. He kicks. Diabate will not take the 3. They got 5 on the shot clock. Stevenson, bang twice, throws it up.
Wow.
Oh, is he having a game, Jarin Stevenson?
Well, it's the best half of basketball that he's played so far this year. Not afraid to bang. This is a 6'10 guy playing the small forward position, just driving it right at Trey Johnson.
35-24. We'll get a timeout as we head under the 4-minute mark of the first half. Johnson rises, fires, and that had to feel good. It went right over his former Link teammate.
As what's keeping Texas in this game.
They got 9 of them. Philon. Pretty play. He saw his man wide open. And Omori wanted a foul. That's one of those. Johnson was wide open. Maybe not a difficult enough shot for him. Holloway, money every time, and that is a sweet stroke.
That's that first down offense have just not finished off.
Sears goes into the lane and kicks it. Philon will fire. That's good. Boy, they are red hot right now from 3, and Nate Oates. Here, Alabama up 49-31. Where will the points come from? And there's just a denial, and that's been the first half, and now to start the second half, a terrific block. We showed you all the depth that Alabama had as you look at that block again. Caden Shedrick went 1 for 7. 3 comes up short off the mark, and the offensive rebound goes to Sears. He will push. Throw it up and in. That's the toughness of Sears, who's put on about 5 or 6 pounds of muscle. But Jimmy, Nate Oates arrived in 2019. Alabama's 71 SEC wins, or most since that time. And again, the brand of basketball. Johnson left wide open. That's a layup for Trey Johnson. Well, he's got 20. Married to Trey Johnson, could not free himself for a 3. Now he gets it, now he fires. No good. Can't offensive rebound, goes reverse to lay it up and in.
Johnson shoots a ball. Like he's not missing bad, and they're coming off of there like bullets.
Yeah, those long rebounds don't generally happen for him, but there's a 3, and you can't leave any of them open. Tremar Mark hasn't been on the mark at all tonight. Still trying, driving hard. Johnson, nice pass in the paint. That's a pretty look from Johnson. That was a shot from Johnson, and it didn't get the rim, so they got to get it up, and Kent will do it. And he knocks it down. Now we get the mismatch, he and Shedrick. Look out, count it, wow.
Fantastic individual offense. Just multiple times, in and out, gets Shedrick back pedaling on skates, and 2 makes him pay.
With a win tonight, had their chances of getting in, according to ESPN, about 87%. It drops to about 62, and a huge showdown with Kentucky. And it's going to be more trouble at the next level. He gets it, he's got to shoot it. Well, that's 2 open off of a 1.4 seconds on the shot clock.
He's going to set a back screen right here, bam, and all the action goes with Amori. He just pops out of it. Nate Oates as good as anybody in the country.
Alabama, 6 fouls. There's Johnson again, and he's double teamed and quickly gets rid of it. Shedrick finally has an easy one. Nowhere to go. Kent lost his footing, lost the ball. Phylon, flush.
It's fast hands offensively, a very hyper-aggressive team. Phylon, a freshman.
Stevenson fills in behind Sears, and he knocks down another. He's been their guy tonight.
Well, watching Alabama play is why Saturday night, I thought they would be the #1 team in the country when the poll came out. They've got 20 wins, only 3 losses, season high, 17 points. He has played terrific.
Kent, the handoff to Pope, and then he rolls and flushes. Pretty play between the 2 of them, Pope and Kent, for Mark.
Yeah, just a good, fast dive out of a kind of a fake ball screen that Kent gets right through that logo. Ravi, anytime you cut through the nail.
And he wrapped up Johnson that time and got away with it. And the floater. Boy, soft touch for Aiden Holloway.
This young man is wired to score. Nate Oates went back and watched his high school games and looked at his high school numbers when Holloway went into the portal and said, I think you've got a lot of game in you that for a day and a half. We're going to keep our team together, come to Austin, watch the Super Bowl, practice, and keep our focus. And it has worked out beautifully for the Crimson Tide.
Would really be a much bigger number than they shot in the first half. Not true. They shot 60% in the first half. And now just an offensive show is breaking out on both ends. And they were the good kind of chocolate chip cookie that when you picked it up, it bent.
It bent, yeah. Yes.
Stevenson nearly got tripped from behind. Whoa, boy, does he have great body control to lay it up with the left. Now he gets the ball again. See if he throws up another one. Alley-oop. Yeah. That'll work well. A couple of highlights for the folks that have stayed.
Is Trey Johnson. To your point about the body control, the normal person would have fell down because he got tripped, but he kept control of his body in transition.
Yeah, there's Stevenson on the other end. It's a Johnson-Stevenson show. In a building against Texas, the team that desperately needed this game. Holloway has been phenomenal on another one of his floaters falls. Yeah.
A truckload of work.
The idea that these 2 teams have 1 loss between them and 1 loss each, Auburn and Alabama.
Yes.
2 teams we're going to see Saturday, 1 loss in conference each.
Well, the most difficult thing to do in college ball every year.
Their offense, 7th time.
Fourth in conference play alone. And you know what else is important about Saturday's game? The Moody Center food staff will still be here.
I was wondering where you were going to land that plane.
It was that good.
It's on the brisket.
Was it not?
No, it was outstanding. Showdown at 4 Eastern on ESPN. That won't go. That'll be the final. All tied. Roll Tide 103-80. The final score here in Texas tonight.